You
So
mentioned this, yeah.
took up skydiving and genuinely terrified of heights, but just there's something inside me that just needs to jump out of a plane.
So let's digress a little then. How does that come around? What inspires that? And take us through, how you arrive at Kambo with it.
Yeah, so like what with the skydiving,
yeah.
So basically my friend said we should do a charity jump, and with skydiving the weather has to be perfect, and we'd had a couple of dates knocked, and basically he passed away in a house fire, so we never got to jump with each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and yeah, obviously I've dealt with that in my own way, and I wish I could have jumped with him. Whenever I'm at the drop zone, I always think about him, and then like our friend Scottish Sean, I said to him, I said, do you want to take Tomo's place and come jump with me? And he came and jumped with me, and I did my first tandem and just thought, wow, I need this in my life, even though I was like really scared. I need this in my life. But it was a tandem, so there's someone else is doing all the work.
Have you ever done anything like that before? You bungee jumped? Have you rock climbed? Have you sort of chased?
Yeah, rock climbed and that. I'm ex-army, so they was all into their like off time doing activities, isn't it? Like proper cool sort of extreme sports, like here and there.
Yeah.
And I just, after doing the tandem, I was just like, I have to do this on my own. There was just like that inner thing in us, isn't there? That's just like makes us climb a mountain or do whatever. My inner thing was just like, I have to jump out of a plane on my own, and so I went in and I did my ground school, and I was using Kambo before jumping, like maybe sort of 2 or 3 days before a jump. I'd always do some Kambo, and it helped. It was helping me. When it's you've purged, you've been sick, and it just wants to lay you down and just go over some things, and that's what it would do with me. I'd do my purge. My intentions would be to like help me with my fear of the height, and then it would lay me down, and it would project my mind into the plane, and it would project the levels that you have to do to pass like your, what they call like an A license. So it's like 18 jumps that you've got to do, and then you've got like your A license. So that's what I was using Kambo for. I had a reason, and it was basically to help with this fear of height.
So that first time when you get in the plane and you have told yourself, I'm doing it, and tandem or not. I mean, how high you go that first time?
15,000 feet, yeah.
What's it like when that hatch opens and you fucking...
Yeah, it's crazy. It's my first jump. So I was at the drop zone all day long, just waiting on with my thoughts in my head, and then I jumped at about 6:30, and it was a sunset. And so I jumped out. My first jump was, they say it was good, but I was cacking myself and had loads of sensory overload going on and didn't really do like loads of my drills, but I still pulled my own chute and I survived. And they said that's basically you passing like level 1, So, and you pass your level 1 and it's just like, right, I need to jump again. It was like, it's quite addictive to me. But yeah, so pulling your chute, when I pulled my chute and just falling through the air or flying through the air at 4,000 feet through a sunset, just the most magical thing I've ever experienced. Just the fear, and then just the absolute heavenly peace. It's the closest thing to what I think heaven looks like up there at 4,000 feet. I just love it.
Yeah,
I just
sounds
love
wonderful.
It. Yeah, just coming home from a jump and then just sitting down with a whiskey and just thinking, I've just jumped out of a plane. Like I don't know, there's something to it.
Yeah. It's one of the things that's on my list of things, and that and going in a shark cage are like things that I'd love to do that. Feel like I'd love to do that, but I just know that when given the opportunity and I'm there, I know I'd be faced with fears and anxieties, but I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
And I will at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But my God, the again, reverence it got to pay.
Yeah. For me, skydiving is the best drug on the planet. You know, it's just a natural, pure, 100% awesome high. How
many jumps do you do before you go on your own then?
So you can jump out on your own the first time if you want. Fuck. I've seen people doing it. There was a girl on my course and she jumped out. She'd never done a tandem and she did it, and it's just like, wow, there's some brave people there, you know, and that's what I like to hang around.
Yeah, it's contagious.
Yeah, I remember going to a jump. It was Monday morning. It was 9 a.m. I was on a plane, and I got to the edge of the door and was just like, no. I can't do this. I can't do this right now. And I just sat back down and everyone else jumped out, and I felt like a bit of a pussy, like, innit? It. But I knew I needed a fag, a couple more coffees, 12 o'clock, and then I'll jump. And I did, and I got 2 jumps in that day. Yeah, amazing experience. It's definitely, I'm so gutted because I've 2 more jumps away from getting A licence, pretty much.
And what does A licence represent?
That basically means, so there's 8 jumps with instructors, and they all want you to do these drills in the air. And then you've got 10 jumps without instructors, and you can do anything you want. So if you wanted to backflip for 10,000 feet over and over again, you could do it, whatever floats your boat, if you just want to stay still for 10,000. So basically, yeah, there's 18 jumps. Once you've got your A licence, you can go to, say, America or wherever, and I think your plane ride is equivalent of like 20 quid, and your kit is 20 quid. So it just makes it super cheap. So, and like, you know, I would love to go to Thailand, America, just to jump out of planes for a day in it, just go camping, hopefully one day get a canopy and just spend some time at a drop zone, just jumping out over beautiful landmarks, isn't it? Like Dubai looks pretty cool to jump. That's meant to be a pretty good hot spot for jumping out, you know, like with the sea and like the islands.
So has this all been in sort of the same timeline as the Kambo then, really? Last couple of years?
These are all marrying up, isn't it?
Right.
I bounce off them. There's been times with Kambo where it was like sort of, that's it. I got a real good Kambo message once. This was leading up to my jump. It'd done its thing with me. I'd had my purge and I was just laying back, and it'd taken me through the skydive, and it said, if you can jump out of this door, you are destined for greatness. And I just loved, I remember sort of going, I love you. Do you know what I mean? I like needed it. I needed that little message just to sort
And
of,
what did greatness represent to you in that message?
I think it just meant
seeing yourself through kind of thing.
You'll be stronger.
Yeah.
You'll be a stronger person.
You're going to be the version of you that you know, your potential, you're reaching your potential.
You're another step towards the highest you could be, isn't it? You know, like I could have just said, you know what, I'll just not do skydiving, and I mean, I love tattooing, but I quite like to do other things outside of it. But definitely the two have married up. I had a Kambo session where I just burst into tears over. I'd gone from a purging, I was laughing and I was crying. And one of the things I was crying about was the voice, the Kambo frog spirit, whatever you want to call it. It was saying, you don't have to jump to prove to anybody. Like, you should be now jumping out of a plane because you want to, because you find it fun. You don't have to be testing yourself. Like, if you're not enjoying the test, don't do it. It's still a big thing to me, jumping out of a plane, you know. So it was just beautiful. I have some beautiful little messages come through from the frog spirit, man, you know, and I've just definitely found the two bouncing off, just dealing with fear of jumping out of a plane, dealing with fear of having Kambo on you, going through that fever, and then just getting that enlightening messages from the Kambo. Or then when you've jumped out of a plane and you've landed and you're just like, yes. Love that. I love that in my life, mate. I'm just not into just sort of sat on the sofa just watching, you know.
I take that from you, and again, as I allude to when I met you on that night and feel the energy, and when we left, that summarisation from me is, I love meeting people who go into the unknown, try things, do things, you know, whether they're great at them or not great at them, or scared by them or not scared, just trying to squeeze this little fucking fraction of time that we've got.
Yeah.
You know, to take this experience in this stage of whatever this thing is.
Yeah.
I love that. And jumping out of a plane, you're probably going to get me in trouble now.
Mate, I want to get into base jumping at some point, but that's like 200 jumps. They like you to have done at least 200 skydives, and then you can start thinking about jumping off buildings. But I look at people jumping off cliffs, and I just think, wow, I want to do that. I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking I should have done that.
Yeah, if you're called and, and blessed enough to be able to bring it into actuality.
Yeah. Like after doing a skydive, and it's not like a big egotistical thing, but you just feel like you can take on anything after it, isn't it? With the Kambo, I just sort of feel I can I'm a little bit harder than what I was. You're going through that suffering, but you are stronger at the end of it.
So the first time you are flying through the air on a tandem jump, I imagine that anxiety, all of that preconception of the things you've seen on the films, on the telly, the research you've done, the YouTubers you've been watching, the whole gambit. Yeah. Now it's you, much like a psychedelic experience.
Yeah.
You're now sat on the side of the plane and fuck me, we're going.
Yeah.
And then boom, you're out.
Yeah.
And then that moment, I imagine, then you compose, and then the reality hits you. Fuck me, we're doing it. We're doing it. What is that like? And how long does it take you to sort of start using your senses and recognise you can see things and you can take it in and be present?
Yeah. It's so I am now on jump. I've done 7 jumps, but I'm on level 6. And shout out to my instructor Milko. He trained Tom Cruise how to skydive.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's done 27,000 skydives.
Powerful Milko.
Yeah, mate. Honestly,
27,000.
Honestly, I love the guy.
I have to strike the vape up off the back of that.
Yeah, man. No, what a great guy. He is just. I love jumping with Milko when we're up in the sky. God, like what the feeling is crazy, mate. The feeling is crazy. Like I say, you have this sensory overload. That's what they call it, the sensory overload. That can be about 5-10 minutes. It's 5-10 minutes, 5-10 seconds. And then, like you say, you do stabilise out, and then your mind's on the drills. You got your head up, so you're not like you're looking down, going Your head's up. You're sort of in. You with your instructor, and you can sort of see in your corner of your eyes. There's like 2 miles left of void to fall. It's cool.
Wow. What's the most nerve-wracking bit? Is it jumping out, or is it pulling? Is it landing? Is it?
Yeah, I don't like. It's not that I don't like. There's a few things. Getting on the plane, getting the kit on.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So this is where it starts for me. This is where it starts. Yeah. Seeing your name on the screen saying you're on the next flight.
Wow.
And it's just like.
Isn't this similar to a psychedelic?
Yeah.
Sort of.
It is.
That knowing that you're going to do something so powerful.
Yeah.
That's going to affect you in such a way that is so all-encompassing.
Yeah.
And provides all of those anxieties that you're prepared to face, prepared to go through, and it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You never get away from it, no matter how much you do.
Yeah. Mate, so like I say, some of them guys they're just so inspirational to me. There was this Hungarian lass, and we're on the same level. In fact, she got a level higher than me on the last jump, but she struggled with level 4 and 5, which is basically doing your turns, doing sort of 360-degree turns left and right. Yeah, it's harder than what it looks. And some people spin out, and she was spinning out, and she came down. She'd failed 4 times, and she kept on going. And, you look at that and you just think, wow, you have got some guts.
Powerful, yeah.
Yeah, it's like everyone is helping each other there, and everyone's giving people really good sound bits of advice. You can do it. That Milko, I love Milko. He said something really powerful to me, man. Like I did my level 5, which is 360-degree turn, and he wanted me to do level 6 that day, and I just didn't want to do it because it's basically you jump out, you do a backflip, and then you'd start tracking. And I would just I'd passed my level 5 and was happy with that and just wanted to go home on a win. And he was going, right, I'm just going to do one more skydive and then I'll come and pick you up and then we're on the next flight. And I was like, right, okay, mate. And he did that and then he came back down and he said, right, you haven't got your jump pack on. And I was just like, I don't want to do it, Milko. And he was just like, right, okay, that's cool. And I told him why. And he went to me, he went, I wouldn't have asked you to do level 6 if I didn't think you could do it. I believe in you. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah,
wow.
so simple.
Yeah. And I got home, mate, and I just burst into tears because it's like I say, it's a big thing for me. Jumping out, big thing for me. And I was just like, he's such a legend. He's such a legend. Do you know what I mean? I've never had anybody tell me that they believe in me. They believe that I could jump out of a... He's just like a bro. He's like the big bro to me, isn't he?
Yeah.
The best bro you could sort of ask for, isn't it? I've found this skydiving. It's a challenge for me. It's the biggest challenge I've ever done. And I've got like my big bro and he's going to see me through my A licence, isn't it? So,
that's amazing, man.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's been a mad one.
Oh, man, you've got a little bug going in my mind.
Sam, come with me.
Yeah.
When, hopefully, if the World Economic Forum Act doesn't take over.
Yes, yeah. No, I'd love to. And I tell you what, I'll stand and Aidan can back this up. Everything that comes through this podcast, in the same way that reverence to the psychedelic community or any community now, really, that I'm kind of trying to live by, is these opportunities come through. Yeah. I will take these opportunities.
Do it.
Because I think the connection and the beauty of finding all of this, that's what it's meant to be. Yeah. You're meant to go with it.
Yeah, I can see it in you, mate. You're a skydiver, man. You'll love it, mate. You'll love it.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, that's on the list then. Yeah, let's do it.